After that, you can put that in. It's worth looking at some of the pictures. I will definitely do that. So good to see you. Good to see you. You know, like the one.
About our show time and how we have made work and how we've implemented our interveners portal. They understand what's going on and
But it's awesome.
These were all yours. Yes, they were kind enough to make an entire book for the construction and took about 40 or 50 of these aerial photographs for us.
My mother signed in.
Oh my goodness, what a blast.
The sign-in book from the ribbon cutting day.
Yeah, my mother signed it, which is really funny.
I was supposed to cut the ribbon, but I
Shooting some videos. Just shooting a couple of videos. Tell us who you're here with today.
Right now,
Yeah.
I am with board member
Miss Sanchez.
Yes, Abby Sanchez here.
Good to see you again. Yes.
Thank you for having us. This is amazing. Like always, we love the Leadership Academy and your program.
Oh, and my boss's boss is here.
Thank you. The
Yes.
bosses of all bosses.
Yes.
This is
Welcome.
Superintendent Beeman.
Very good. Good morning.
Let's continue with our program. At this time, please stand for the presentation of colors by our JRTC and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing to the color guard end.
March time, march. Company, halt. Left, face. Order, arms. Present, arms.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Right shoulder, arms. Left, face. Forward, march. Left, 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 right, left. Column right, march. Column left, march.
You now may be seated.
I'm back. Holiday. Now we cite our was the night before
Twas the night before Leadership Day, when all went through sunset. everyone was excited. Preparations were underway. We wanted to celebrate with old friends and new, through holiday cheer and some lessons too. The morning came quickly, the excitement was wide. Our students were ready, our staff full of pride. Many visitors were expected, leadership cannot be confined. Our journey has been eventful, our history one of a kind. We started with Mr. Mossman in the class of 97, who laid the foundation for kids, inspiration to live in. In 2013, our vision began to take shape. Once we implemented Covey's leadership paradigm, there was no escape. With Dr. Coleman's guidance in 2015, we became a lighthouse school. The first of many middles, the crown, we are the jewel. Many other awards and recognitions come through the years. Some big, some small, but just know what brought us here.
But wait, there's more to leadership than gaining status. It takes strong character, courage, synergy. Just ask us. Our school empowers students to lead, follow, storm expectations. You might know what it means, but bear with me. I'll tell you in our conversation. With the O, we opt to lead, with full grace and humility. With the R, we respect others. With the N, we make good choices. And above all circumstances, we are taught to find our voices. We hope this day can show you all the great things we can do. Not only in law, TV, and languages, we do academics too. Our journey does not end here. The seed has been planted. We are SSA. Access to opportunities have been granted. Leadership is eternal, not just the feeling of the day. Storming will get you places. It will never go away. And through the joys and sorrows, come winter or spring, our hearts will honor leadership. It will never be denied.
No matter where life takes us, SSA will be our pride. We learn from the past, present, and embrace the future. Learning and rewriting scripts as we are the producer. We hope you enjoyed our poem of good cheer. May your voice be heard and leadership be with you all year. Happy holidays, everyone. We would now like to introduce our principal, Dr. Mia Como. She will give her warm welcome, and introduce everyone to our distinguished guests. Well, I mean, everyone's distinguished, but you know what I mean.
These kids are a hard act to follow, so I'm not even going to try, but I will do some special recognitions. Sometimes when I talk too much or go into what the day is about, I get the looks from them because I'm still in their thunder. So I'm going to leave it up to the leaders. So I would like to recognize some of our distinguished guests. I'm going to start with our board members. We have Vice Chair Abby Sanchez. Our oncoming new board member, Ms. Garrett. And our retiring board member, Karen Allman. Please stand. Karen has been a light and supporter of us throughout this journey. We're really going to miss her. We also have our superintendent, Ms. Beeman. Our cubby consultant, Lonnie Moore. And we have, Chief Prince.
Chief?
And then other members you'll see today, we have Mr. Mossman, who is 25 years ago started this company with his and Mr. Grace, our former hurricane. And you'll also get to see Ms. We have a lot of people here, so I'm not gonna take too much time, but you'll see other guests who are here and visiting throughout the rest of our performance. So at this time, did I miss anybody, Ms. Reed?
Welcome, everybody.
And Dr. Gonzalez is our magnet facilitator. Ms. Reed is our AP over our magnet program, and both of them have done a phenomenal job. So I just want to thank you publicly to let you know how much I appreciate you and how I did not have stress because I learned to let go and delegate. so thank you. All right, back over to our Mr. Lucas.
Thank you, Dr. Coleman, for that short but sweet We will now like to show our magnet trailer and magnet video so you can see the different leadership opportunities that we offer here at South Seminole.
Next year, visit our website, take a stand.
And introduce to the jury that you find my clients not guilty.
The leadership aspect of our magnet offers many opportunities for us to discover and enhance our leadership skills. We offer leadership electives that help us learn about different career pathways, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy.
Our JRTC program teaches us leadership skills through our inspections, physical training, and community service.
We also have a hurricane shake competition that prepares us for our daily interactions and our future. We learn how to give a proper handshake, communicate with others, and how to be successful in the business sector.
As you can see, South Seminole Academy offers many different opportunities for students to lead. We are perfect examples.
Broadcasting to you from our very own TV production studio.
SSA prepares us for advanced studies in many ways. We have our pre-IB prep program that offers rigorous courses in math, science, language arts, history, and Spanish. Some of these classes offer high school credits as well. We also have SCPS pre-IB program links to Seminole High School and Winter Springs High School. Students can continue their entrepreneurship path at Lake Howell High School and their law studies path at Lake Mary High School. We are exposed to many different languages in our world language elective class, such as Arabic, Mandarin, Japanese, French, and Italian, just to name a few.
Our global entrepreneurship class prepares us for the business world by teaching us the key concepts of entrepreneurship. We even get the chance to participate in an actual Shark Tank presentation where we market products and services that we create. Every student at our school learns about financial literacy through our PBS online banking system. We have the opportunity to deposit our Stormbucks that we earn for displaying positive school expectations. There are many opportunities for us to excel in advanced courses and experiences.
We have an amazing law studies program here at SSA. Students can take Intro to Legal Studies, Criminal Justice, and Street Law. Not only do we get the opportunity to participate in mock trials in our state-of-the-art courtroom, but we also can earn high school credit for completing these courses. We also have a partnership with Rollins College where we can learn about and participate in debates. This segment has adjourned.
If environment changes, will that affect what trait we have that's going to survive?
So basically we're taking this and we're looking at the fossils that are on each one, the shells here.
We're doing like dinosaur aging. We're there's common index for fossils and we're seeing the age and then we're writing them down on here.
The notes of the great Victor Frankenstein have been discovered.
Today we're in Mr. Cudney's class and we're doing an escape room about Frankenstein because that's what the book we're reading right now. So we have to decode a bunch of codes to bring the monster alive.
You will work together in teams to decode and rebuild his creature.
What he means by
You're going to answer. We have our dial. All right, give yourself that applause. Go back to your seats.
Welcome to the dance department. My name is Alyssa Gaines. I am a dance 3 student in 8th grade here at South Seminole Academy. The dance department has 4 courses, which is based off of your grade and level. Throughout the school year, other styles that we work on are jazz, hip hop, and lyrical.
And we are meeting our burden in educating our students sufficiently well.
So what you're saying basically is even if they choose to leave the Amish community, they would not be a burden on society.
Well, we don't think our students would ever be burdens on society.
Okay. State of Wisconsin, case is kicked out. You're not liable. Court's adjourned.
My team actually did really well. It's better than what I expected. My heart dropped when everybody came up to me and congratulated me.
Middle school field meet. Champions go to South Seminole.
So what did you guys think about some of those videos? Did you guys enjoy it? I personally enjoyed it.
I hope you enjoyed our videos. At this time, we are prepared for our campus tours. We will visit the Media Center where you get to see our students display their leadership as they share information about different leadership courses that we have. We'll meet students from our Student Government Association course, Latinos in Action class, Lead the People class, Lighthouse and Leadership Elective Studies, as well as Science Studies in our business. You may also get to visit our state-of-the-art law studies courtroom and TV production studio.
Okay, good morning everyone. So at this time, I hope you have comfortable shoes on. We are about to tour our beautiful campus. So our student ambassador leaders, please come up front. They're going to be guiding you on the tours. So I'm going to call your table. So when I call your table, you can come on to meet with your ambassador and they'll take you on the tour.
Leadership Day because we will be opening the class of 1997's time capsule created by the South Seminole's former principal, Mr. Rick Mossman, and his team. We are so happy to have Mr. Mossman and many others who worked or attended South Seminole in the past. We will now share a video interview with Mr. Mossman.
Hi everybody, welcome to South Seminole News. We have a very special guest with us today. Can I say Principal Mossman? I feel like I still want to say that.
Yeah.
Principal Mossman is here to join us for our special show today. I'm also joined by Juliana, one of my students here at South Seminole News. The reason why we have Principal Mossman here is that 25 years ago, he sealed up a time capsule and it says, written on there, perhaps it's your handwriting, perhaps not, I'm not sure, but it looks like you signed it. Oh. It said on there, do not open until the year 2022, and here we are. We also have a lot of photos of the day of the ribbon cutting. This was in September of 1997.
Wow.
And I imagine the superintendent was here, and I believe I have a photo of you. You were there for the ribbon cutting. What was it like once that ribbon was cut and you are now the principal of this school, this 3-story building, which I believe at the time or even now still, I don't know if any other middle schools that have 3-story buildings. What was it like for you as a principal?
It was great. We were all so excited. It was just great to have a new school. It is the only 3-story school in the county, to my knowledge. Mm-hmm. But it was really exciting. And the reason they had to go to 3-story, they wanted to build the school to a certain capacity. I think it was 1,250, 1,300, 1,350, something like that. And we didn't have room to spread the school out here because of the parcel of land here.
Right.
If we did, we would have encroached on the P department and they would lose a lot of their space.
There's housing back there in the back field, plus you have the elementary school right next door.
So they had to go up to get that number. So that's how that went. But no, it was just truly exciting. And most of the staff had been here a long time.
Yes.
And so longer than myself.
It was very exciting for them.
They were really exciting for them to have new classrooms. And there's a couple of unique things here. One is the 3 stories. The other thing that was unique, the school board gave us a choice. We could have copycat Indian Trails plans because Indian Trails had just opened. He said, we'll use their plans. That'll save some money. Or you can, with the architect, and design your own school.
Like that. I have a question about the history of the dolphin that we have in the center of our school.
Yes, the center of the school.
Okay. The history of the dolphin is this. South Seminole was the Hurricanes from the very beginning. We wanted to come up with a mascot. So we took suggestions, and we took the final 4 suggestions. We had 4, and we let the students vote on it.
Oh.
And the dolphin got the most votes.
What's your favorite memory at South Seminole?
Oh, this is good. This was during the time when we were doing shuttle launches with the space shuttle. And periodically, they would allow schools to apply to talk to them as they flew over your area.
Oh, wow.
And our school was awarded one of those grants, if you will. So for 2 minutes, we talked to the shuttle commander and other members of the shuttle there.
It is
back
here
and
on the
forth.
picture frame. It was a time when our students asked questions of the Columbia astronauts while they were in orbit.
Yep.
So this did happen
Yeah.
in the 90s.
And so that was pretty unique.
You signed to that time capsule, and we're glad that at the time it's time to open it, you've decided to return to Central Florida.
That's right.
That's great for us. Well, we thank you for your time, and I'm sure during this event today that's going on, you'll be able to, I'm sure, answer questions from people that are going to be at the event, and we'll open up that time capsule and find out what it was like in 1997.
That's right. I'm curious myself.
Yeah. 1997 doesn't seem that far away
It's
to me.
far for
you,
me.
yes, those are negative minus years for you. I can think back to 1997 easily, but I guess 25 years is a long time. I guess we should open this time capsule up, shouldn't we?
Yeah, it's such an honor for me to meet you.
Yes,
thank
it is
you
very.
very much.
We've been looking at your pictures and yearbooks and things for years here, and to have you here in person is wonderful. Thanks for visiting with us here at South Seminole News.
I appreciate y'all asking me. It's great to be here.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Mosman, for your leadership. It was very interesting learning about the history of the school, not to mention finding out the story behind the mysterious dolphin. And, you know, in honor of the spirit that we're trying to show, which is leadership over time, we will now have a panel with our past, present, and current student leaders. Principal Mosman and Dr. Coleman, Mr. Seitz, and Mr. Grace, Hayden and Juliana, and me as the host. Now we will get the panel questions ready.
This is the host of your research versus Dr. Oliver.
Welcome, everyone. So let's get started with introducing everybody. So what is your name?
I've had a bunch of names. When I was a student here, I was Christy Kaiser. When I was a teacher here, I was Christy Odom. And now I'm Christy Seitz.
Okay, Rick Mossman.
Dr. Coleman, Mia Coleman.
Lenny Grace.
Who are you, Mr. Grace?
I'm former employee here. Now I'm at Lake Howell High School.
How long were you here?
He's doing the interview.
I was called a lot of other names, but I just gave you.
And I'm Lucas. So we have
Hayden Tyson, a student in math. And I'm Juliana Vasquez, who's an 8th grade student at South Seminole.
So let's just start off with our experience at South Seminole. So some of you guys aren't here currently anymore, but throughout your time here, what can you say? What can you talk about?
Pride.
Pride, okay.
I was a student here in the 80s. Some of my former teachers are here. And my children went here, and then I taught here for 27 years.
A lot older than us. What about you, Mr. Mom?
Okay, I want to talk a little bit more about the dolphin because the person who deserves the credit is Vivian Bowden right here. assistant principal, and when we had the students vote and they came up with a dolphin as our mascot, she said, well, we got to have a dolphin on campus. You know, I can't remember all the details. I can't remember what happened last week, but I do. But this was a big effort. I mean, a lot of fundraising, that whole thing of getting that dolphin, setting it up, having the truck in there with the crane, the day it was played, $20,000. The board didn't pay for that. We paid for it. We had, you know, that's the way it was. And so we have a lot of support in our school for that, and it was a Vivian fantastic effort to get that done. And I'd like for all of our former employees just to raise their hands that are here today. It was my privilege to serve as principal those 12 years, and what a great staff, what a wonderful staff. Oh my gosh, it was just a joy. You know, you just couldn't wait to get there and see what was going to happen that day, but I knew we had a great team, and it takes a great team to have a school be successful.
Is there a camera in the dolphin's eye?
All right. So after a while, of course, when the school was constructed, they allowed us to put up, I think it was 6 cameras, and there was a monitor, a master TV, 6 screens in the office, so it could be monitored and rolled back and forward and so forth. And one of the cameras actually was the center part of the H out there, the middle, beyond the dolphin. There's a camera right over that door. I don't know if it's still there or not. So it was looking out over the dolphin and in the area where the students would go after they would eat lunch. When they finished, we had them come outside. Y'all have really improved that area with the pavilion and so forth there. It's really very nice. But somehow the students, a few students got caught doing things in that area after lunch, and they told them, you know, we got it on camera. And we did. But they thought the camera, some of them started a rumor there was a camera was in the dolphin's eye. So we just let them believe it, but the camera was really further back.
I have a lot of memories of being in Lake County, South Seminole. And one of the major things that I remember is working for this man. He was so into his team and his teachers. I remember him, and I never had any other principal do this. I taught PE here, and he would come out from his office. He would walk all the way out to the field, meet him and Coach Jekanowski. He would sit there and talk to us. I'm not talking about education. He would ask, how's your family doing? How was your weekend? Stuff like that is kind of lost today. But that's one of the fond memories I have of South Seminole Middle School. And also, when I started working for Dr. Baker, when she came start working for me, Dr. Coleman, I'm sorry, Dr. Coleman, I'm sorry. I'm used to calling her a former name for years, so I apologize. I want everybody to know that. But when Dr. Coleman came here and started to transform the campus, different things like in here, these murals in here, she started transforming the campus. And I come back now, and I'm just amazed how beautiful it is around this campus. I'm telling you, I've never been in the media center. It was the old media center when I left here, and I went over to that media center. That media center is beautiful. The way she's transformed the culture here in the school buildings is just amazing. So I've had, tremendous positive memories here at South Seminole Middle School. Every principal has done their part until this day, and our kids are fortunate. I don't think they know how fortunate they are. They have a principal that is into them, and I'm just grateful for having been here.
Yes, well, I'll just echo everything, and it's, to hear, Mr. Mossman, and, it all started with his vision and the culture he wanted for South Seminole, and then to be able and honored to take that vision and expound upon it to what it is now. and Mr. Grace is always saying, I changed the culture. It took all of us, and that was my piece as a leader, learning that I can't do it all, that I have to have everybody be a part of it. And I think the biggest transformation for me as an adult and as a principal is learning to turn that over, release some of that power over to our students, who are the best leaders of us all. They bring out the best in us. They continue to have me want to strive to do more so I can be a positive role model for them. So that has been my experience. This is my 11th year. And time just goes by so fast. But everything that we are today, as they said earlier, is a culmination of everything that was set in place prior to us beginning our journey.
Thank you. I'm going to add one other thing. I know we have some school board members here today. When I came here, this was a traditional three-wing school. We had PE and a little place for the band and so forth. And schools were being rebuilt, brand new, or redone, pretty much brand new. And they had put in a budget for $1.5 million for renovations. New sidewalks, do some painting, spruce the place up, and we're going, no. This was the third school I'd been at. I knew we needed a lot more. By the way, the other two schools I was at, they tore them down right after I left. I don't know what that had to do with anything. But fortunately, we were able to rebuild this school. So, it took a lot. Karen Allman, Diane Bauer were parents here. Diane Bauer is chairman of SAG, and she's tough. She's tough, and Karen was great and worked with the PTA. But we had some great parents, and our staff got involved. And it took a little time, but we were able to convince the board that the school needed to be torn down. And so the budget went from $1.5 million to about $12.5 million, something like that. But basically, they did say you can use Indian Trails plans. Well, I've been over at Indian Trails, nice school, like it and all that. But or you can work with a planning team and the architect and come up with a plan of your own. And that sounded better to me. But of course, we had to stick within that budget. So our departments. Our teachers and department chairmen have input, and especially in the special areas, like in science, for instance, and so forth, and the band rooms and chorus rooms and the renovations of the PE locker rooms and things like that. We have a lot of input, and I don't know that that's ever happened before, but it was great. And our main architect was Danny Bogdani. And now that wasn't the firm, and I can't remember the name of his firm, but Danny was a former South Seminole student, and he was our lead architect. So that's pretty cool. So there are a lot of neat things that went into this, so that's why we were so excited. And most of our teachers had been here for, a good while, some longer than others, but to have that new campus there was really nice. It's just great. I wish we didn't have to go to 3 floors, but we did. And that was that. But it was a great project. It was exciting. Portable City was something else with our 50-something portables back here in that long sidewalk, remember?
Yes.
And, of course, the buses were still out front. And they were days at dismissal when the weather was so bad, the lightning pounding, rain running, blowing sideways, and we had to hold up dismissal for 10, 15, 20 minutes to safely get the students out. So there was a lot that went into Portable City, but it was all worth it because we were here, we saw them tear down the building, we saw them rebuild it. It's exciting.
So in Portable City, it was a quarter of a mile from where I parked to walk to my portable. And we didn't have, imagine this, there were no computers hardly. The phones were, we finally got phones in the portables just for safety. But, the internet came around during this time almost, so it was very different back then. And a quarter of a mile out, I didn't always hear the bell for dismissal, So I think I probably overtaught, I don't know, 20 minutes into the next class until, you know, the kids were outside and I could hear noise, and yeah, I kept my students over at least 20, 30 minutes over into the next class. We were just going along, no big deal, and then realized, oops. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of memories in that time. And you know, being in the portable city was out in the field over here, we could just look over and see some things being torn down, other things being built up. And I remember the first time that we got approval and Mr. Mossman was able to take, it was a Saturday morning, I think, we had to wear hard hats, and we got a tour of the building thus far, and that was super exciting.
Any more stories? Well, I mean, I'm flabbergasted. Can you explain a little bit more about Portable City and kind of I know you said your experience, but any other interesting stories? I don't know about you guys, but we want to hear some more stories.
Maybe do any of our staff, they might have.
Yeah, does anybody have any other stories? Any portables?
So the bathrooms were in portables. This used to be the gym, and it was a makeshift cafeteria, and they brought food in for the kids. And just on the days that it rained, the awnings on the walkways were so high, you got poured on anyway. Trying to think, what else can you remember?
Well, we do actually have some questions. Yes. So throughout your guys' time, how do you think South Seminole's been able to shape people to be students to be leaders? And this is for all the people on the panel.
Why don't you start with the kids?
The kids, yeah.
Well, I remember when I was in 6th grade and I came here, I was super nervous and I was super shy, and then I didn't talk to anybody. But like as the years gone on, I've kind of warmed up, so now I'm talking in front of all of you guys. I remember I went like on the Amazing Shape, it was this competition, all 3 of us went on, which kind of like opened me up, which I didn't think I'd still be like shy and not talk to anyone without going to the school. So that was really great. Well, South Seminole, like you have a lot of the 7 habits, which I'm sure that they haven't been around when this school was being built. I don't know. But I like that they learn more about the 7 habits. It teaches you how to be like more responsible and stuff. So, Lucas, would you like to say?
Where do I start? When I first came here, it was a lot of new things. You know, I would come in from elementary school. I only had, where I went, I only had 2 teachers to go to. So coming from 2 to 7, I was like, is this really worth it? And it was worth it. And they expose you so much to these 7 habits. Like at first I was a little hesitant, but once you actually start like hearing so much about it, it kind of makes you think, you know what? Maybe I should take a look at this. I think this is actually like worth it. And it's just been so great. I mean, Dr. Coleman, she's been so good. I love her energy. Miss Reed too, she's so good. And just everybody, all the staff, they're so nice. And just coming, because I came from a charter school, so coming to a normal public school, I'm so glad that I came here instead of Millway, no offense to Millway, or Indian Trails, just showing a little shade. But I just have to say, South Seminole's been able to give me such a opportunity to be who I am now, and I wouldn't go anywhere else. I love South Seminole.
So I just wanted to have you guys just thank our awesome panel for being here and just sharing a little bit about South Seminole and how awesome our school is. So thank you guys. At this time, I will have them proceed up the stage and we will move on to our time capsule reveal. So if Mr. Mossman and Ms. Sykes can head on down here to our time capsule table display over here. We're going to turn on the light so everyone can see what will be revealed. We're going to have them open it up and then they can tell us what a few of the items in it and what it represents.
Piper's got it. This was the dedication program when we dedicated the school. Very nice. All kind of information in it. Who was present and so forth. They kept asking me about this. I go like, why did you do this? I don't remember. I don't even know if it was my idea. I do know one thing. And I couldn't remember what's in it. We were debating how long the time capsule should stay, bound. And like, they go 25 years, 50 years, and we go like, 50 years, none of us would be here. So we settled on 25 years. I didn't know if I'd be here, I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking. Yeah. A map of Portable City, diagram, that's the way it was. That was that long sidewalk.
Military barracks. Go right ahead.
We had a student newspaper, and this one is the Portable Quarterly. Dolphin statue makes a big splash. Yeah, and it did. This is a piece of concrete from the old building where they had obviously painted a picture of something. Obviously, this is a newspaper, USA Today. I'm not sure.
Wednesday.
Maybe it's just because.
May 21st, 1997.
Yeah, so I guess that's the significance, it's the date of the paper. I thought maybe we were in the paper, maybe I missed it.
Mr. Monson, I need glasses now too.
This is a.
Oh, that was the band of Mr. Russey's pop. Didn't he have a boy band, Mr. Russey? Didn't he manage the Barrio Boys? March. Do you guys remember that? Okay.
Anyway, it's a CD from that time period. Some pictures of construction of the new school, groundbreaking of the new school. I remembered that one. See, I wasn't in the other one. I thought maybe I'd been fired. Pictures of the construction of the new school. This must have been.
That's the Barrio Boys.
This is the Barrio Boys, in case any of you.
Maybe it fell out of the CD case.
A pencil, South Seminole Middle School pencils. If we're looking for big money, there's we're not going to find. This was our 1997 hurricane, our yearbook that year. Hey, that's a lot of hard work, whoever does a yearbook every year, I tell you. There is something to check.
Oh, you signed it.
Yeah, I signed it. Basically, during the 1996-96 school year, the SAC, led by Diane Bauer, decided to put together a time capsule. Now we're getting down to the bottom. To commemorate the opening of our new school. Yep. And so that you can read that and the people involved here. It's nice. Orlando Seminole, probably with a similar date, yes.
May 21st, 1997.
Yeah. another portable city quarterly for Mr. Christiana. This would be good for your project, Vivian. That's what it says.
Basketball card.
Did he? I know we had a few athletes come through. I don't know if Jeff Turner, who was an original member of the Orlando Magic, went to South Seminole Middle School. And we used to have his card and a little thing in the office. I don't know if it made it into here or not. Some more athletes from that time period. Mr. Parsons went here. Y'all see him on TV for Morgan & Morgan? Yeah. Yeah, he was a former student of ours. He was 6'4" in the 8th grade. And real nice guy. His mother was a teacher over here at the elementary school in the Deer Run area. And when we come to lunch, you know, we'd come down there to supervise them. And the kids would come through the door. And wherever he was at, he got there usually last. But he was so tall. And I'm up between the lines usually. And he liked to skip, so I would go like this and look around. He'd bump up about 10 kids. And I'd do this. He'd bump up about 10 more. Within a minute, he's up at the front of the line. And what was his first name? Chandler. Chandler. I said, Chandler. Yeah. He said, sorry, bud, you got to go to the end of the line. Made him go away. It was a friendly thing, but you know, if you're going to skip, you got to be, you know, regular size. Big kids can't skip in line. Ribbon, award ceremony program. The time, no. I thought this was track. No, this is, I think I know what this is.
Oh, wow.
I think this was the 8th grade class the year the school opened. Boy's setting those pictures up back in the old days. There was a guy that used to do it outside too, and you had to stand still because the camera went like this. But great pictures. Name tags. This was Mrs. Handshoes, principal secretary. She probably liked to have that. A few others. A collector's set of cards from '96 and a whole bunch of athletic cards. And pictures that there should be one of Jeff Turner in here, but I don't see it right away. Aerial shot of the old school. You know, I had a good friend that went to this school the first year it opened. 63. He was in it was 9th grade back then, I believe. It was a junior high, and he played football in the 9th grade, and then went on to Lyman High School. And he and I became best friends. He was a coach there for 40 years, Larry Baker. Some of you know Larry. And we were tearing down the old school. They were bulldozing it. It was back over in this area, and they knocked out a wall, and out came about 10 or 12 old football helmets from the old school. Because again, it was junior high and they played football. So I got a helmet, cleaned it up for him. But some more pictures. So I mean, you know, it's things that related, obviously, this time. And so there it is. And you're welcome to come up here and look through these items.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Mossman, Ms. Knight, and Mr. Grace for coming up and revealing our time capsule from the class of 1997. So you guys can have a seat, and we're going to transition to the present. Thank you for just taking us down memory lane, the past. So as Dr. Coleman is coming out, Dr. Coleman and I, we are going to just share some of the things that we're going to put in our new time capsule. But as she's coming up, I'm going to quickly introduce our leadership team. We have Mr. Mertz here, one of our assistant principals. Mr. Mertz, you can raise your hand. Ms. Nicole Hernandez-Craig, she's another assistant principal. We have Ms. Metzler, Kelly Metzler, one of our instructional coaches. We have Dr. Gonzalez, one of our instructional coaches and our magnet facilitator. And we have Dr. Fillmore, and we have Mr. Bryan. Both of them are our deans here. So if you could give them a round of applause. It takes all of us to make it all work at our school. So thank you guys.
We have other members holding down the school over here.
Yes, thank you to them as well. So at this time, we just want to share just a few items that we plan to put in our class of 2023 time capsule. Oh, and we also have one of our teachers who went here, and now she teaches here. She's our department chair, Miss Crystal McAvoy. So she's continuing the legacy here at South Seminole Academy, so she was able to come in and hang with us. So at this time, I'm going to just share a few things of what we have and why we have it. And I do want to let you know, if you can look at the difference with time. This was the time capsule back then. I tried to get a big time capsule, but they said these days you have to get something like this. So, you know, up-to-date things is always smaller. So here we go. So we're going to have to think about what we really want to put in here. So yes. I will hold the mic for Queen Cliffy. Okay, so this is our time capsule. So some of the items that we're going to put in this, of course, we stole the idea from them. We're going to take a picture of our 8th grade students as well and put their picture in here. We have one of our students actually had Chandler Parsons, his, what is this called? Action figure? Thank you, yes, action figure. So this is going in the time capsule. It's a good fit. So we have our JRTC. You guys saw our cadets. They're awesome. So we have one of their, some of their uniform. We're going to fold and put it in there. We have just some, you met our Reading People students. So we have some things that the students signed that they want to place in there. Our Law Studies students in our Law Studies classroom. And as you guys can see, our program is very important to us. The leadership aspect of our school, our law studies aspect, our advanced studies. So we definitely are going to put different things related to our magnet program. So these are just some of the items. And then when you guys come back in 15 years, we will be doing this again, but we will be revealing what's in the time capsule. And no, she had to do 15 years because I'm old. And I was like, whoo, 25 years, I don't know how I'll be functioning in that time. So 15 years, she had to bring that back. So I think that's attainable for me. Yes. So we look forward to seeing you guys celebrating with us at that time, whether you're here or in spirit. But we want to thank you so much for just being with us. I'm just seeing the awesome things that our students are doing as leaders, that our staff are doing in terms of preparing our students to be more positive leaders, making a difference in this world. So we're going to wrap things up. I'm going to have Lucas and Kaden come up to kind of close us out, and then we will dismiss. And thank you again for our non-traditional leadership day, but we felt this was really important for us to embrace the past and really appreciate where we've been, to know where we have, how far we've come, what principles we brought forward, and how we're going to pay it forward as we continue to grow. So thank you guys for all being a part of today.
And Ms. Allen was saying if everybody who used to come here 25 years ago or worked here, came here as a student, would want to come up for a photo with some of the items. Oh, after? Okay. So, yeah. Wow, those were some interesting things in there. In continuing the legacy, Dr. Coleman and Ms. Reed will now create their own time capsule.
Which we did.
Yes. Today has truly been an awesome leadership day. We were able to honor South Seminole's past, explore all our current student and staff leaders are doing, and we excitedly anticipate the future of all the wonderful things that our hands will do and become. We would like to especially thank our SCPS Superintendent, Mr. Beeman, Ms. Beeman, I'm so sorry.
She had to go.
Okay. Our cabinet and our board members, district leaders, leader representatives, Mr. Mossman and his leadership team staff, SSA staff members, students, and all those participated and helped make Leadership Day a success. And special thanks to Ms. Karen Almond and Ms. Tara Colderman for their contribution towards the event.
Before you depart, please feel free to visit our Leadership Overtime gallery in the back over there and take pictures with our awesome photo booth. Thank you again and happy holidays from Southside.
Thank you. May you have a wonderful day and even better holiday. So please feel free to head back there. We have props you can take pictures with, some props at our photo booth, and you can go and walk around our gallery. Thank you.